just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey, eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Here's Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete on the deep ball. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Thomas Davis in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And take it right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Being chased out left. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
8.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Dontari Poe in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Jack 16. Snickers, 66. Snickers, you got to spin. Jump. Whirl. 8. Jack 16.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Complete to right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On
1st down, it's Newton. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. And the Panthers in for the score. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
His throw incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Pressure comes in, he's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and...
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. To throw is Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Newton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Snickers, 66. Side, like 80. Quarter.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brooks. He's got his man complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Express! Do some! Express!
Throwing again. Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He got 29 yards that time. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Here's Newton. Flushed out right. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Trying.
Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 13-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
20.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Do something.
Newton now to throw. Shrugs him off. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Third and 2, Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that's going to make it 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 34. And Gano's kick is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Julius Peppers in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. After the run, Newton going to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He's going to get it running right. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Back to throw, Newton. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Roethlisberger. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Focus.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Okay, I'm giving credit and then some on this call. When it's 4th and that many, you know that 99% of the coaches are throwing the football. In this case, though, they figured the defense was playing the pass, took a chance, ran the ball, and picked up.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a first down carry by Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 8, 8, 8, 8.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. The 40, 30. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 72 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll go again with Bell. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid,